Storm Trysail Club is a club by invitation. It's made up of around 900 members, all of whom are blue water sailors, having weathered a storm at sea. They're all men and women who are happy at sea and happy conducting a nice event like the Block Island Race Week.
All competitors in the White Fleet, this is your race committee. Welcome to day 2 of the Storm Trysail Club's 2015 Block Island Race Week. Today is Vineyard Vines Race Day, and today will be the round Block Island race. We have hoisted Alpha, stand by for a harbor start signal at 0930, and please switch and stay on channel 72 now, shifting to channel 74.
Block Island Race Week was established or started mimicking Cowes Race Week in England. Jakob and Tuna had been over there racing and thought it was so much fun and said, why are we not doing this in America? So they were looking around for islands that were appropriate. Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard, too sophisticated for a bunch of raunchy sailors. Found Block Island, started to put the pieces in place, wanted to do it before their season started. The island was then, in those days, nothing was going on here. So they were very anxious to have us come with all of our people. Ed Morris was one of your original founders. He was a Pulitzer Prize writer who worked for the New York Times, and his pet was the yachting world. And in those days, when Ed was around, everything that had to do with yachting was well covered in the New York Times. Browning, Mr. Browning to me, was one of the key pieces, like my dad, of the underpinnings of this whole event. It was just a group of guys who threw this thing together to make it work for the sailors.
Block Island Race Week has become a fixture on Block Island, and also for the club itself. It's kind of our premier event, and we're really happy to have made it for 50 years worth of Block Island Race Weeks.
As a young girl, I started coming up here with my dad on our Cal 40 Illusion. So we used to stay at Champlin's because that's where it used to be, and most everybody lived on their boats, and you'd be 6 deep at Champlin's. It was great. And, there was a lot of fun going on, as we called it. I'm not sure the Hoffman saw it as fun, but it was fun. The best part of the morning was the fact that you were awake, and we used to have an papa band and a boat. So they'd go around the whole fleet with their drums, their banjos, their singing, and that's how you were woken up to get your day going. There was a camaraderie on Block Island in those days, which you still have, but there was more of a sense of just playfulness about it. And case in point, Sean, who was head of entertainment, was on the table playing the hose. He could somehow make the hose sing. And it was on that very night, after we left Sean, it was about 3 a.m, that my father and I and a few of our crew members got arrested for breaking and entering. Because we went to the wrong house and the key didn't work, so we went in through the windows. And of course, we had an issue with the person who was already in the house. We had what they called a lay day at the discretion of the race committee. On the lay day, we would have dinghy races, tug of war, we had skeet shooting, we had fundulators, which is illegal now, big rubber bands with water balloons that you'd shoot at your competitors. It was great fun. But probably one of the highlights that a lot of people, newbies, wouldn't know about is Dr. Willie Ferragutti. You'll find him in the yearbook. He's very famous within the club. He and his wife, Farah Ferragutti, used to run bird tours to see, let's say, the double-breasted mattress thrasher, very rare bird to this island. In the beginning years, we'd come up the end of the dock and actually be in an open field. Then at Champlin's, they built this great big tin hut. There was no sunshine, and all the beer and booze would get stuck in the mud, and it was just, it was a mess. We came over here, the oar was built, really became our sort of mini clubhouse. Rita and George are an integral part of this event. They help us make this happen, and we actually could not have this race week without them. It was a group of very, very dear and good friends that just loved one another and loved this island and loved making this event very important to all the competitors and all the people who are willing to partake in this event. And as you see, with 170 boats, now it still has that flavor and is a gift to the sailing world.
Go down!